you're watching the Hope Pod.
We're filming this on Wednesday the 4th, but this will be coming out Thursday the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully by then,
we'll have election results.
Yeah. I mean, no matter who's watching this, it's a very stressful, or not maybe, it's just a very tense time, so we figured we just
talk about it.
Read the room.
Figure we talk about it and talk to you guys about the election anxiety and
see how you guys are feeling about it.
Yeah.
The misinformation and stuff, because, with social media, there comes a lot of
misinformation and fake news. But speaking of Instagram, we have a few questions.
Yes, we asked some questions on Instagram. However, if you have some questions you want to ask us, you need to follow our Instagrams or leave a comment down below on this video because we need some more questions. Our Instagrams are in the bio.
Boop.
Down.
It's the first time we've been answering questions for a while. I don't think we've answered questions since the third episode, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, because we haven't gotten any questions to answer.
Yes. So the first question I got is, why do you never answer me? This is from Sienna.
Senna.
Because sometimes you just ask random words. None that really requires an answer.
Also, as we're talking about phone calls, Amaris leaves her phone in such weird places.
Well,
I do.
She left her phone at my house while we went out one time. And had to come back and get it later.
I actually did. It was really bad. I lose my phone a lot. I'm surprised I haven't lost this one yet.
Yeah, she's lost her past phones.
A lot of times. Second question. Favorite things to do with friends? One of them is this.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the big...
I like doing this with you guys. It's very fun.
We also, bake a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know, individually we like to do stuff, but baking together is, a fun kind of chaotic. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
It's also pretty funny.
We like to bake. Third question. How to feel comfortable in your sexuality / self? I would say the way that you should probably feel comfortable, a way to feel comfortable with yourself and your sexuality is support yourself. Surround yourself with people who support you. Yeah. Try to surround yourself with people who make you feel good and people who make you feel it's good to be yourself.
I also, this sounds really weird, but I've been, telling my friends about this. For me personally, what always helps calms me down if I ever start freaking out about that kind of stuff is just answer the question with, who knows? Do I have a crush on a girl? Honestly, who knows? And then, the anxiety just gets taken away. Am I bisexual?
Who knows?
Honestly, who knows?
Among Us loaded.
Oh!
Sorry, there's a bunch of stuff going on right now. We're trying to get Among Us to load to play in the last half, and it loaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's basically I know for a lot of people, in society, sexuality can be a big thing. With, labeling yourself, there comes a lot of emotions from other people. Oh my God, did it happen again?
Who the heck? I butt dialed someone?
It's Damien.
But just try not to take yourself too seriously if you can help it. Just don't be afraid to just go with the flow.
That's my biggest problem is I feel like I take myself. It's not a good balance. I feel like sometimes I don't take myself seriously at all, and then sometimes I take myself too seriously, and I don't think I have a good balance of it because sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I do this, and that, and then I do something and I'm like, you know what, I don't even care.
It is what it is.
When I probably should.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just try to find that balance.
Yeah.
Try to find that balance and where, you're comfortable with yourself, but not to the point where you're reckless.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
I'll just say things. I'll say things,
fine.
turn off my phone, and then they'll text me back, yo, what?
Yo, what?
Hey.
I'm like,
Your vibes were off Applebee's.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah, those are the only 3 questions that I got. Anybody else got any questions?
yeah, I got some questions.
I'm
trying to. I heard something, and I'm trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah. Okay. It's because I brought the mic too close. Okay.
Let's read them.
Okay. Here are my questions.
I like you.
Girlfriend.
Come on, let's make it.
Okay. Okay. Well, one of the. Okay. It says, "What is the biggest fear you have with the presidents we might have?"
Oh.
Honestly, I don't even think I could answer that because there's a lot of things in fear with, I mean, not just with one president, with both of them, but majority for one president. A lot of the fears.
The thing about it is like, yeah, I have fear about who's going to win the election, but the thing that scares me the most is that people don't understand or they really don't care about how important it is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm just talking about it.
And they're like, I don't really care.
It really could go either way. Like, well, yeah, like, you're fine with it, but for people who look like us, for people who...
Yeah, people with different sexualities and there's just certain people that it's definitely not going to affect, and then there's other people where it's like, it may not affect you, but it definitely can affect other people.
Exactly.
So I think there's just a lot of fear in both parts.
Like, no matter what happens, somebody's going to be upset, and, like, the toll that takes is very, like, nerve-wracking. So
yeah, definitely. Hey, we got Among Us up and running.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
fun.
We're just for the stuff that we do on this podcast, we have to plan so much ahead.
Yeah.
Because everything we do is so slow. Because we do this in my garage, so the internet just sucks. So we wanted to get this loaded before we started, so it wouldn't take an hour to load.
We've been doing
we had this
hour.
downloaded. Yeah, but for like an hour or two.
So I'm sorry we keep like But to bounce off what you guys said, I have I kind of just what you guys said. Like my biggest thing, the way I look at it is obviously I think it's probably obvious what candidate we all want to win. And if it's not obvious,
or who we have to settle for. Oh.
Yeah, settle for.
Not really want to win.
That's my biggest thing is I don't think either candidate makes you like, oh my gosh, they have to be president. They have such a great qualities because there's flaws in both candidates, but
settle.
But the orange one just really, really makes me mad.
Really gets me.
And I think the biggest thing that I look at it is Trump has shown what his administration is not capable of. I was gonna say capable of, but obviously not capable. And I think the biggest reason I want Biden is because it's just a fresh start. Could it be worse? We don't know. Do I think it's going to be worse than Trump? No,
not
because
really.
Trump what he's done, and it's like not even besides the fact that he's just not shown that he's a good person, but like honestly, I think he just need to take a break.
Yeah,
just step away.
And Biden was vice president to Obama for 8 years. So he definitely has, because the other thing is Trump wasn't he just like an actor or something? He did like a businessman.
Yeah, he's never had like
he doesn't have a lot of political, from my understanding.
He doesn't have a lot of political
Biden
and government
for
experience.
sure has a lot more political experience. Personally, I think we're all Democrats. We haven't voted yet, but I think that's the party that we all would vote for.
Yeah.
So I think just personally as a Democrat, I'm tired of having a conservative president. Freaking gross.
You want to know what I thought about? And like, you can feel free to edit this part out if it's like too controversial. But like, you remember we took this quiz like in government class that shows whether you would be conservative or a liberal. And I just thought like, well, if my choices led me to be a liberal, which means that like I support like, you know, free healthcare and gay marriage and like pro-choice, does that mean like the Republicans don't believe in all that?
I think that's the thing. That's kind of what conservative means, just conservative Christian values. Mm-hmm. So
it's just kind of scary.
Open-minded.
Yeah, and very like to Bible, like Christian.
Which it kind of doesn't make sense because it's like even if you don't agree with any of that, you shouldn't have any control over what other people are allowed to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially if it doesn't have anything to do with you, you know?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is. There's flaws in both, but if we were to choose, we would pick Biden because we have a better chance of being able to feel comfortable in America. Because right now, we don't. His current favorite songs / albums.
I'm sorry, this one is really happy. There's this song, it's called Between My Teeth. I forget who it's by, like Orla something. I don't know, but it's really beautiful, and I listened to it on loop for about 2 hours. So, yeah.
Nice. I really like, or an album is, I started getting more into Ash Nico, and I really like her.
She the Halloween
2018, thingy? Yeah, I really like her 2018 Unlikable album. It's a really good album, but yeah, I think that's mine.
I need to like get into more music. Like you need to send me your playlist because I always like your songs.
Really?
Like every time we're at your house and we're just hanging out and you play your playlist, I just jam so hard.
Such a vibe.
Yeah.
Just very. Oh,
Thank
something
you so
cracked.
much. Oh my God, what was
Oh,
that?
it popped.
Oh,
Now I don't
God.
have
Oh,
feet
we
in
were
my
supposed
leg.
to. Oh, Siri didn't set a timer.
Oh no.
Didn't I say set a time? No, I
But
didn't.
well, we answered all the questions, right?
Yes, I think
We've
now.
been talking about everything. So
You guys always
Among
like,
Us.
present a question. I want to ask one.
Okay.
I don't have a question.
Okay.
though. This is so bad. Generic question: if you could travel anywhere, where is the last place you would go? Doesn't make sense. Which place would you not want to go to?
America.
We're already here.
I know.
I would
terrifying.
say a place that I probably wouldn't want to go would be. I don't know. Can I pick like Alaska during a certain time?
Like winter?
Like during when it's really dark all the time and it's cold and it's like negative 60 degrees. Like I don't understand how people live there. How do you survive? There's no light. There's no anything.
I feel like there's, like, there's snow and snowman and stuff.
Yes, but for like 6 months of the year, they're dark.
I think the place I'd be scared to go
night.
to is Australia, because, like, the creatures there.
Oh yeah, Australia.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I
so
really
much.
want to. Didn't even accent.
I really want
I really want to go there, but I've been seeing stuff about like they're huge spiders and they have
That's-
roaches.
Yes, their bugs are gigantic. Like I could never. If a spider the size of my face was on my wall in the morning when I woke up, I would burn the house down.
I'm sure
Flee
it's a
the
lovely
country.
place. You just got to be bred there.
Now we're painting pumpkins. So we were gonna play Among Us, but that wasn't working, and we need more things than we realized we were gonna need for it. So instead, we're painting these pumpkin squash things. They're supposed to be pumpkins, but they ended up getting crossbred by squash, and so now there's like. Yeah, they're kind of funky looking. So we're painting them, and we're gonna make them like here. We're gonna make them I guess fall themed.
Oh, I forgot we were making them fall themed, and I went rogue. So this could
It's
be like
okay.
a stepchild.
You know what? It's all right. Go rogue. Go crazy. Go
Yeah.
stupid.
Now we're just painting pumpkins.
Yeah. Here, Hailee, you can paint on the board.
Now, Amaris had the brilliant idea to doing a base coat and then painting on him, so a pot more. But I'm hard-headed.
Well, so that's on the thing.
I'm hard-headed and didn't listen. And not only did I not do the fall theme, I didn't put down a base coat.
So what do y'all want to talk about as we paint?
Let's talk about.
How y'all feeling? Well, they can't answer, but
And this technique is so horrible, but I'm having a good time.
That's okay. Art isn't about technique.
Technique.
It's about having fun.
I will admit, when quarantine first started, like, it's literally like in April, May, I started painting a lot more, and each painting turned out horribly, but I felt really good afterwards.
That's okay, because you know what? It's not about it turning out good. It's about having fun.
hey guys, let's talk about our favorite teachers.
Mr. Thatcher, Miss Burnett, Miss Lorman, and Hailee, you can go ahead and say the last one. You already know who I'm talking about. This dude owe me a cowtail.
Martin.
Tim?
Yes.
Oh.
Tim, we're gonna go out to lunch.
He'd be like the best person to have lunch with.
I feel like he'd like Piata, like some really fancy restaurant. Yeah, I go twice a day.
Piata slaps though.
Wait, you talking about Timmons?
Yeah.
Who are your fits? Sorry.
This is the second time you kicked my shins.
Amaris, what about you? Who's your favorite teacher?
Definitely Miss Lorman.
Oh, I love
Miss Lorman. Once I turn 18, I'm gonna go on a double date with her. And Megan.
At Piata. I'm sorry, maybe I'm hungry. I really eat.
Oh my god, Piata, bro. Piata slaps!
You know who's a really good teacher?
Who?
I'm kind of sad I only had for 1 year.
Who?
Miss Savage.
Miss Narstavish, she
Huh.
made me fall in love with math, and I
I don't think I've ever been so committed to doing math. Probably also because we have a deadline to get it done by the end of the semester.
Well,
But
potato,
also, potato. But she just generally is she's one of probably the only teachers, not the only, one of the,
Just say it, man.
One of the few.
One of the few teachers who I feel like if I don't know something, I'm not afraid to tell her. Is
And
my biggest
that's
thing.
so
Because
beautiful.
sometimes I feel like if I say I don't know something to some teachers, I just feel like they just get so upset. What do you mean I don't know it? I just said it a couple minutes ago.
It's like if I feel like not the brightest in her class, I can raise my hand confidently.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I don't get this at all, and she'll actually sit down. Like,
Yeah.
literally sit down.
Yeah, she doesn't make me feel stupid.
Yeah. Like, there was something earlier that I was working on, and it was literally something, probably the easiest thing ever. And I think I could tell, because she was just like, sis, it was me ordering decimals, but I was doing it incorrectly because I wasn't paying attention to, like, the third number and the different... It was just, there was a different amount of variables in each one, and it was just confusing me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just a little slow, and she came over, and you know what, she stood there and she helped me go through it and work through the problem, and she explained it to me, and guess what? I freaking learned it and I finished it.
I didn't want to say this to her because I didn't want to feel dumb. This is the first day I found out how to do long division.
Oh, I forgot.
I never learned how to do it. Like, I don't know if it was because just the teacher I had never taught me in middle school, but everyone who like came out of middle school, even though middle school didn't learn how to do it, I never learned how to do it. Like, I never was sat down and taught. This is how you long divide. So ever since like every math class where they've had, oh, we're doing long division, I've just been like struggling trying to get it through, or I'll divide things in a really stupid way.
Well, no, as long as you get the same answer, it's not stupid.
It's hard.
One thing I will say, and like if she's watching this is no shot at you or anything, it makes me extremely nervous when you peer over my shoulder. Because sometimes it's not even just like the fact that you're peering over the shoulder, it's like, I know I'm about to get a question wrong, but I want to figure out myself.
Yeah.
I don't want your help at the moment. I'll probably need it later on. But
I'll probably need it in a minute, but like...
if I know what I'm doing wrong and you're peering over my shoulder, my palms get sweaty and I'm going to start crying. Palms
You know, we didn't mention Miss Gilbert.
I don't think of her as a teacher. I see her more of like a mother figure, low-key.
Miss Gilbert is just so... She's her and Timmons are the teachers that I feel like don't realize how funny they are.
They will make a great pair. Like,
Mr. Timmons and Miss Gilbert should have a podcast.
I'd
Honestly,
watch Gil Tim's.
Gil Timms. Tim
Gil
Gills.
Timms.
Tim Gil.
It's a Tim Gills.
What's his name? J. Kel.
But yeah, they're really funny. Like, extremely funny.
like, get them both together in the same room.
I feel like Timmons knows he's funny, but I think Miss Gilbert doesn't realize how funny she is sometimes.
Some of the stuff she says, I'll be laughing. She's like, what?
She's like, it's not funny, I didn't mean it's a joke.
She made this joke about her being on the Mayflower, and I just remember literally crying.
Because it was the way she's like, I'm on the Mayflower. Okay, 1, 2. And I was like, what?
I picture her with like a bonnet and a lantern.
Remember how we kept making jokes about when we had
Her
like
sleeping in the office.
when we have like early band calls, we would always say that we're gonna walk in and she's gonna be in a nightgown and have a lantern. What are you guys doing?
She lights it back. Oh, what time is it?
Call time was 10 minutes ago.
Oh no.
She's taking the bird bath in the sink.
In the water fountain.
Kelly, we gotta go.
But yeah, this Gilbert's really cool. I think, yeah. Oh, did we mention Mr. Jordan?
There's so just long story short, there are so many beautiful teachers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mr. Timothy Jordan for 1 second. The guy with the best stories I have ever.
Mr. Jordan has had such a cool life. I feel like he's really lived his life.
Such a full life.
Like when he had that inmate in his Power Ranger. I mean,
Power Ranger. Mr. Jordan was a Power Ranger. I was not the Red Ranger.
Power Ranger. I just assumed that he just would be a Power Ranger.
He's actually, yeah, he was a park ranger, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a story about skydiving, or is that?
Yeah.
He has so many stories. His stories were never ending. And when he would just start going on a tangent, I'd be like, is it story time? He'd be like, yes, it's story time.
I love it.
I used to put all my work away and then be sitting there like ready for his stories.
It's so funny because like it really brings out, at least for me, like the childish side. Cause I would literally be like leaning forward with my eyes
He's like,
so what else did you do?
He's so, yeah.
Uncle Tim.
Uncle Tim. Yeah, he's great.
And his daughter is so sweet.
Oh my gosh, every time I walk into band now, Haley's like, sup Hailee, and I'm like, sup Hailee. And it's my favorite interaction all day.
The principal,
Warfield?
No.
Oh.
Well, he's also pretty sweet. I like him. But Miss Johnson,
Miss Johnson. Oh,
I love her.
But make that noise.
She makes
We're off the hole. She's just really great. She's really understanding.
We're off the hole.
No, but yeah, for real.
Quit playing.
No, but she's great. Shut up. No, she's great. So yeah, Miss Johnson's great. Mr. Warfield's great.
My auntie, Miss Burnett.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love
Miss
your aunt.
Burnett.
I need to stop making such big noises every time.
Oh.
I was like, oh. Mr. Gilmore is also a favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I miss him. We don't get to see him.
I saw him today, Mr. Hathaway.
Same. I saw him when I was getting my instrument. He's like Miss Gilbert, but a guy. I
Yeah.
feel like they have the same.
They have the
vibes.
same vibes and energy.
Who do we say could be brothers? Oh, Kaz and Miss.
Cass and Miss Gilbert. Because the way they argue sometimes. Well, they don't even argue. It's just I don't know.
Any
The way
elementary
they go
middle
back
school
and forth
mentions?
sometimes.
Elementary. What'd you
Miss
say?
Schwager.
Miss Schwager, Miss
Schwager.
Johansson.
Miss
Oh
Johan-
my
Does she work with
God.
Whitehall?
She was in K, wasn't she, for our 5th grade?
Yes.
I meant like.
Yes,
I'm
she
sorry. I
was.
meant like now.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, do you guys remember Miss Compton?
Yeah.
I liked her as a teacher, but I was terrible at math, and I felt I wasn't terrible. I didn't like it as much as I do now, and I felt bad.
She was such a sweetheart though. She was like a mom. I remember I accidentally called her mom once, and then I
I did that
almost
to Miss
cried.
Johansson. And then I said her hair looked like my dog's fur. It wasn't like a bad thing. It wasn't a diss. It's because Gracie's hair was like brown gray, and at the time she had her hair dyed like silver, like silver gray. She's like, oh, it's my dog's fur, but she was like, oh, thanks. I was like, no, not like bad like a dog fur, just the color, and I couldn't get it out.
Right.
I felt so bad. Now she thinks I called her a dog.
For painting pumpkins.
Goodbye guys. Thanks for watching. We're just painting pumpkins. We're sorry if we talked like out of our butts. Well, you guys need to send us more questions because we can't really have a good podcast if we don't know what we're talking about.
Also, there's this
Yeah.
form that's going out. If you want to be part of this podcast and
Yes, sir.
you can fill it out, and then we could either do a Zoom call, or if you think you're sanitized enough, maybe you can just be socially distanced.
Yeah, we'll put you in a corner and hook you up to a mic.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
And you can do what segment you want to do. You can make suggestions. You can sign up for a skit.
Yeah.
We want you on here, you know.
Just let us know. But yeah, this is the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Wow, did you hear that?